justice and peace and equality.
Game Changers Magazine, Game Changers Media Network, Voices of the Village podcast, and we are here with Miss Mary Hunter Williams of Hunter's Cafe in Jackson, Georgia. How you doing today, Miss Williams?
I'm good.
It is awesome, and it is an awesome time to be able to sit with you and speak with you. You are a second generation business owner, is that correct?
That's correct.
Awesome. And so the business started, it's a cafe.
It's a cafe.
Tell us about the business.
Well, it started back in 1976. My mom had a dream to have her own restaurant. And she started at a little small, I would say it would hold about 20 people in the restaurant.
Okay.
At 27 Holly Street in Jackson. And it outgrew. We couldn't fit all our customers in, didn't have anywhere to park. So we moved to a larger location in 1991.
Okay.
And then 2012, the restaurant burnt down. And at this point, she was dying of cancer. Mm-hmm. And so I decided to continue her legacy and reopen the restaurant.
Okay.
And since 2012 to present day, I have been the owner, cooking and sharing her recipe.
Okay.
I have a twin sister. She's my manager. And we just love cooking. We love to cook, and we love to put love into the food that we prepare.
So how did your mom get started? Like, what made her take it from the kitchen and start saying, hey, I got a business?
Well, she used to be a nanny.
Okay.
And she had three dreams in life: to own a blue station wagon, to have children, and to have her own restaurant.
Okay.
And she worked at a little small diner in Jackson at one point. And she got married, had her kids, got her blue station wagon.
Right.
And at the point, my father and her were running a juke joint. And Butts County was a dry county at that point.
Right.
And so they were having a juke joint. And on the weekends, she was selling hot fish and chicken and barbecue and ribs and skins. And she was like, okay, it's time to open my own restaurant.
Right.
That's what she did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she had the skill of cooking. She was a nanny.
Yep.
Skill of cooking, and just said, hey, I'm going for it.
She's going for it. Well, she was a nanny for years. When she married my dad and had her first child with my dad, she quit.
Okay.
And then she came back to Jackson, and she was in a nursing program.
Okay.
She was about to be a nurse.
Right.
And that's when they opened up the juke joint.
Okay.
And she dropped out of nursing school and decided that she was going to go full-time to the restaurant.
So your mom was basically like the old folks used to say, on the chitlin circuit.
That's right.
Yeah. for the business owners on the chicken circuit. Now, what are some of the things that your mom specialized in that you guys carry over today?
Homemade biscuits.
With
some white lily flour. That's the only flour we will use.
Okay.
Peach cobbler.
Okay.
Homemade banana pudding that we crack those eggs.
I tasted some of that banana pudding. Okay. So is everything made from scratch?
Yes.
I mean, are you guys like Jack in the Box? Like what's
everything made from scratch.
Okay.
And so we just decided to continue that legacy.
Okay.
Of cooking the way we were taught to cook.
Okay.
So at 6 years old, when she opened this restaurant, me and my twin sister was 6.
Right.
My brother was 10 at the time. We had to work.
Okay.
We had to get on crates and bus tables and wash dishes, and moved up through the years to cook.
Okay.
We've been cooking since we were 6.
Right.
She never let us have a box cake. We would bring box cakes home. She'd throw it in the trash. If you want a cake, you're going to cook it by scratch.
Cook it by scratch.
Yep.
I mean, that's what they do in the South, man.
Yes.
Everything from scratch.
Biscuits.
Yes.
I learned how to make biscuits. My first good biscuits at about 10.
Okay.
10 years old. At 8, I tried. My brother went outside and played baseball when they were so hard. But my dad, my cheerleader, my hero,
Right.
he said he was trying to eat it.
Man, some of these kids won't even wash dishes and they 10 years old these days, man.
We had to cook.
And you cooking?
And we had to clean.
Oh,
we had to
wow.
wash dishes and all, hang out clothes. Had a perfectly good dryer.
Okay.
But we had to hang the clothes out. So it was a good time in the country. And it gave us a skill set.
Right.
To prepare for what we're doing now.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Now, seeing your mother growing up, you know, you working up under her, and I don't even know if we even consider it working. I don't know if it's learning or working.
I think as a learning
Yeah.
learning situation, because if you look at the new generation,
Okay.
they don't make their beds, they don't do chores,
Right.
and they're giving everything that they possibly want.
I mean, everything.
At 6 years old, we were told if we want something, we had to work for it.
Absolutely.
So everything me and my siblings did, we worked,
Okay.
and we was trained, and we saw our parents grind every day.
Every day.
Every day, it was a hustle every day, a legit hustle every day.
Right. Right.
So it was. I'm grateful
Right.
for
Right.
the skill set.
And now, so going full circle, you guys in 1991, you take over the restaurant.
No, my sister Martha took over the restaurant in 1991.
Okay, your sister Martha.
I left.
Okay.
I got married, had my family, worked for the Department of Corrections for a minute.
Okay.
Then I moved on to Norfolk Southern Railroad,
Okay.
and I was there until 2012 when I resigned to
Right.
take over the restaurant.
Okay. Okay. All right. And I met your sister. That's your twin sister, right?
Yes.
All right. So she takes over in 1991. And how do you come into play in being the owner and taking, you know, ownership? Or
Well-
you guys working together? Or you guys starting to work it together? Or what happened?
No, my sister actually owned it. It burnt down,
Okay.
and she was burnt out at this point.
Okay.
And so she didn't want to do it anymore. But again, my mom was dying of cancer, and I wanted to fulfill the legacy
Right.
that she started. I wanted to continue it. And so I quit my cush job and
The good job.
the good job,
Good job.
cush job,
The job that pay all the bills.
that right now,
Yeah.
and took over the family business.
Okay.
So I became the owner of the restaurant in 2012.
So everybody pretty much gave up. It kind of like, well, not.
Well, my mom couldn't work anymore.
Okay.
My brother was a Marine.
Okay.
So it was just me, my sister, my brother at that point. So, and our kids were too small. And we made it and managed, and I continued the legacy.
I mean, I can dig it. I can dig it. Now, how important is it for you to be able to pass down? Because this seems like a generational thing.
I want to pass down.
Okay. I see a lot of family working in the
Yes,
kitchen.
but no one wants to take over right now.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I can't say what the future of Hunters would be. But I'm going to continue it as long as possible. So this is our 49th year.
Right.
This year.
49 years.
49 years.
Shout out to 49 years, man. Now, let me ask you this, you know, because some of us, we don't understand. I don't know why generationally we don't understand that, you know, the value of passing down generational wealth. Why do you think no one wants to do what granddaddy did or grandmama did or build a legacy what granddaddy and grandmama built and what mom and dad built and, you know, pass? I don't know. It's like,
Well, my theory behind that is everyone wants something thrown in their lap. You got to work for it. It's hard work.
It's hard work.
long hours. It's a physical labor position.
okay.
Sometimes I work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes I work 16 to 18 hours.
Okay.
So my son
Yeah.
is working, but I'm trying to get him acclimated to what it takes to be an owner in a restaurant.
Okay.
Now, if he take it, wonderful.
Okay.
I'm 100% behind him, supporting him, training him. If not, I work till I can't.
Now, we're going to go to a commercial break, but we're going to talk about, because you're an entrepreneur outside of the restaurant. I think you've built an empire from event center to event planning to catering. We're going to talk about that. We got Miss Mary Hunter Williams right here on Voices of the Village podcast, Game Changers Media Network, Game Changers Magazine, Voices of the Village podcast. You guys stay tuned. Ease up.